Hey guys, welcome to your next lesson with Mrs. Melder. This will be your last lesson for this week, and it's going to be a short one. We are moving on with lesson 10.2 today, and this lesson kind of brings us forward from random and bias sampling. And now we're going to get to decide what can we do with this information we've received from a sample, more specifically from a random sample. Okay, and so we're going to see how we can use this information to make predictions or to make estimates about other sets of data. Okay, and so today your questions are going to be from Edulastic. They are all linked in Google Classroom, and I want to kind of preview some of these for you just to make sure that you're best prepared for your assignment for today. And so if you would take a look at your screen, this is going to be problem number 1 that you see today. And it says, to select a new school mascot, 20 randomly selected students in each grade were asked to choose between 2 finalists, tiger and eagle. All right. And it says the results are shown below. Guys, what this is basically you being able to interpret a table. So we have the grade here on the left-hand column, grades 5 through 8, and then we have the number of students that chose either A, a tiger from that grade, or B, an eagle from that grade. And so it's your job in this question to decide which statement is best supported by the results. Okay? What summary can we take from this set of data? And so that's all you're doing for that problem. In problem number 2, we're going to see how we can use one of our vocabulary terms. Okay, this should be a review word for most of you, and it's asking. Here, let me read the problem first. It says a farm equipment company kept a record of the number of tractors made each month. All right, and so in this chart we see, okay, on the horizontal axis we have the months October through February, and then on the vertical axis we have the number of tractors that were made each month. And the question is, what is the mean? What do you mean? Okay, what is the mean of the numbers? Mean is just another word for average. And so to find the average, remember guys, we have to add up all the numbers from our data set, and we find those numbers here. If you look at the top of each of these bar graphs, those are the numbers we're going to use in our data set. So we add those values up and we divide by the numbers, in this case, the number of months in that data set. All right, here's the one I want to help us with. This is the one where we're going to have to use our skills of setting up a proportion to find this answer. It says at a local gym, a random sample, there's a key word there, a random sample of 75 members took a survey about their favorite type of exercise. And so here they give us a chart of that random sampling data. And it says there are 350 total gym members. Based on the results of this survey, what is the most reasonable estimate for the number of gym members who prefer running on the treadmill? And so guys, what we want to avoid is by saying the number 15. Hopefully we see that that's not an option, but you might be saying, well, hey, I see that those that prefer running on the treadmill, it says 15. Well, remember that's 15 out of 75. That's just a sample piece. So how can we use that ratio to make a good estimate on how that relates to the total population or the 350 total gym members? Okay, and so if you guys have a scratch sheet of paper, I encourage you to write this down. Hopefully just ignore that alert. I'm tired of it. We're just going to move on. Okay. It's okay. So here's how we can make an estimate from this data. If you guys can see okay on your page, here's where we can set up our proportion. Again, what I was trying to say earlier, if you have a scratch sheet of paper, you might want to pause this or go get one if you need one to write this down. Here's where we can compare our ratio that we're given from the sample. So here again, we're asked to compare the number of treadmill users in our sample compared to the total members in our sample. And we're going to compare this ratio, or use that ratio, to figure out how many treadmill members would prefer then out of the whole population, or the total number of members. So step number 2, substitute values in your proportion. And guys, I've done that here. So again, if we look back up here at the top, our first numerator is asking us to figure out the number of treadmill users in our sample. And you see here that I chose the number 15. Okay, I'm right here, guys. I'm sorry. The number 15. And I get that. Here, there we go. Why didn't anybody tell me to do that? Okay, so running on the treadmill, we see here out of that sample, 15 prefer using the treadmill. So I'm going to take 15 out of 75 members of that sample. And I'm going to set that equal to the number of treadmill members in the population. We don't know what that is yet, so we're going to call that X. And the total members of that gym, or that population, were 350. And so now we can use this proportion to help solve for the unknown value. In step number 3, it says solve for the unknown variable using cross multiplication. And so here we can take the product of 15 times 350. That's the first part of our cross multiplication. 350 times 15 is equal to the product of 75 times x, or 75x. And guys, that leaves us with this one-step equation where 5,250, this product is equal to 75x. And I'm going to leave you with that final step because, guys, I've just about worked through that entire problem for you, but I'm hoping this will help. I will post this in Google Classroom. I will also post this example that I put in my paper packet. So if you just need another example to look through to help you with number 3 on your Edulastic problems, use it, okay? Please email me if you have any questions or questions about how to submit. I think you'll be just fine. But guys, take care, be blessed, and have a fantastic day.